Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel based on the beauty from ashes. In this moment of time, pretty much it has come to my attention that pretty much as I've been sitting down after talking to a particular someone in my circle, pretty much, I'm not sure if he's going to be watching this video because this is dedicated to him, based on relationships, but accepting one another, so to speak, is the name of the topic here, pretty much. Here on in, pretty much, it's like, as I know that many people in our everyday life struggles with everyday relationships, we need to basically know where we stand with each other. However, to me at the moment, I'm still getting a bit mixed messages and I'm getting a bit confuzzled after my, serious talk with this particular someone, but that's alright, however. But I know that we're not perfect, pretty much, and that, sometimes it's a time and given, of pretty much what may have to happen and now and in the future, so to speak. But anywho, however, in this day and age, we need to accept each other for who and what we are, no matter, what our differences are, despite our faults and flaws and imperfections, be it if we've got dimples on our cheeks, be it if we've got acne on our face, be it if we've, huge, be it if we've got jiggly arms, or whatever the case may be, we should just still have to accept one another, however it is. We shouldn't have to change ourselves just to please others around us, however, or even to please our significant other, even if they did to say to us to change ourselves. I feel that in our everyday age, though, we are created in the image of God. We are human beings created by the image of God. Take it or leave it, that no matter what the outcome is out here, that, many people fail to see that, there is a better and brighter picture in ourselves, regardless of how many people may see us, based on our personalities, or be it our, outer appearance. That, I feel that sometimes we should be accepted for everything, not just the one thing, but the whole package of the, attitude versus our personality versus our, outer appearance, however. But then again, I guess this is different. Many people tend to just, block it out and just not do it. However, I believe too that we shouldn't be changing ourselves just to seek the attention of others, be it if it's like a man that we see out on the street thinking, oh, I so love this dude, I just want to really, spruce myself up. But another one that guys lusting over females. Yes, more on that later about the word lust. That pretty much, guys are oogling around, seeing the next Kim Kardashian or the next, bootylicious, booty call, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, we should just be accepted for who and what we are. Who are you to say that we need to lose the weight or pretty much change our appearance? I'm going to speak that out to some of the males that has come into the circle of mine, especially, the one I'm with at the moment. Because at this moment of time, I'm trying to tell him he should be accepting me for everything in me. He says he has me, but I don't know if he has or not, because sometimes I feel right now in my heart of hearts, he's in denial. He needs to basically maybe take a look at himself, because at this moment of time of what he's doing to me, of pretty much trying to change me, he's going to lose himself in the process of in the spirit, because I know at the moment he's a lost soul at the moment, and he's trying to change me just to please himself. Another one that I hear about now and again is you should dress your age, not like your mother's age. It's like, excuse me, since when should I be changing my looks just to please you? Yes, I have a choice to dress up or down, regardless of like I said in one of my videos, depending on how I feel at that time of the day. If I feel like I just don't want to get dressed up pretty, be it whatever occasion it is, if I'm dressed up in my trackies and I'm all messed up in my hair with no makeup or whatever the case may be, so be it, let me be that person, I have learned now to try and be accepting of myself and actually, love myself and be with the people that can actually accept me for me, regardless. Did I hear what I actually hear you say? As I said before, we should be accepting of one another for who and what we are, and for what we are becoming, and now and in the future. Yes, change, as I kept saying, is really scary, mixed emotions, roller coaster in one, like I said, because I'm going to be talking more about this change series, however, later on in the piece of my Beauty from Ashes series here of my channel. We should be, however, loving our boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, whatever label we want to label this mentality of ours that who we're with. No matter who we are, however, we should, as I said, basically shouldn't have to want what they should be looking like, be it if I still said before, next Kim Kardashian, the next Miley Cyrus, or the next Justin Bieber, or whatever the like, so to speak. As they're not going to be those type people, however, as I said before, however, if we are in a relationship or being in a particular relationship, we can be the complete opposite to you guys, however. Even though they say opposites attract, pretty much. I believe that in my own being, however, that, opposites attract. Despite our differences, I feel that it's good to have differences, of certain things to jazz it up a bit. But some people are telling me, no, and again, sometimes it's best maybe to have similarities of what we like, and that to give us the time of day of a communication method that we can talk about. It doesn't matter if pretty much we're different. Hey, I know for a fact that at the moment, with my struggles with certain relationships I've had in the past and present, that we should be just being able to be honest and actually communicate, regardless of find methods of pretty much, if he's saying someone's into, let's say, heavy metal. Let's just put that out there. If someone's into heavy metal and I'm into some other form of music, that's fine, just find a terminating ground of making conversation of it all, But however, if you really love and accept that person, that other half or significant other, or whatever you want to call it, as I said before, for who and what they are, they can be the best person that they can be. And you'll be surprised of who and what they are. Maybe then you might take off your ego or your pride or whatever mentality out there that you're thinking that, I want to just change this person to suit my cup of tea because I just don't like her right now. Or, oh, he's so fat and slobby. Well, I just need him to clean up his act. Whatever the case may be, as I said, acceptance is the key here, however. As for being in a relationship, to me, it's all about being loving, caring, understanding, having the respect for one another, basically acceptance, believing in each other, building each other up, regardless of our trialing times, we should be there for one another, because I've noticed time and time again that basically many people that has come in my circle based on relationships or whatever, they tend to stay with me for a period of time, be it if it's the good times. And then once hearsay, as at the moment I'm currently facing a situation, some of them are just dispersing, thinking, I don't want to be in her circle anymore because she's just either A, too boring, or B, she's too depressing, or C, she's going down the hill of, I don't want to hear this news anymore. But I'll say this, regardless of what it is, we should be there for one another through the thick and thin, however. Because that's what all about a relationship is all about. To me also, however, is about supporting one another, as I said, to achieve the goals that they have, seeing the best in each other pretty much, as well as our worst. Even though sometimes we have to go through our worst before we can go out and do our best, so to speak, so that we can basically be a better person. Sometimes, when we're down and out and have our bad day, sometimes it will test us to the end of time to, build us up to whatever we need to be. We should also be doing this to become a better version of our own selves, or originality of ourselves, however, as I call it. It's about building each other up based on, as I said before, the important foundations, which is trust, honesty, communication, respect, honouring one another, and the like. As well as also it comes down to, when it comes down to relationships, it comes down to building each other up, and as time goes by we mature, and obviously when we mature, obviously we see our differences and probably in a different light, so to speak. But again, I shall say and repeat this, forever not change that other person in your life, be it the significant other, be it your BF, be be your GF. Accept them and love them for who and what they are. Yes, I love this particular someone at the moment, and it bloody hurts at the moment to how he's treating me or speaking to me, but I guess he is struggling, as he admitted to me that, I'm his first. But then again, in all fairness, I'm trying to be there to support him, through the thick and thin. I have been there since day one, and I will repeat this, I'll stick by him till the end if need be, until I feel the need that it's going to get too much for me, if he's not going to pull his weight and actually be there for support for me, regardless of what he said to me. Sometimes you never should play it on a girl's heart either, or a guy's heart. If you think it's time to go, get out. More on that piece later on, basically staying left or keep in, so to speak, which is actually a different title to that, but I'll bring that later. Again, as I said, not forever change that person to fit into our molds or expectations. Regardless of our expectations, who we want these particular significant other, BFGFs, or whatever it may be, we should just love them for who and what they are. For me, I've learned that the hard way, time and time again, sort of thing, and now being with this other person that's with me at the moment, I'm thinking he's now trying to reflect everything on me, basically of what he's trying to change me to be, like, even though he wants me to be young, he wants me to be hip. But in all fairness, yes, he may think maybe I'm dull and boring, but hey, if that's the case, yes, I'm maturing into a wiser and, mature woman based on what I've been through and that. Yes, it may not be easy, however, being in a relationship, if we are in one, but if we stick it out, it is well worth the, wait and whatnot when we work it through together. Relationships can be hard, pretty much. I hear you and feel you for that, saying this. But forever, don't go just because the going gets tough. Because I've learned in my day and age, sometimes, we shouldn't leave people in the lurch. Because at the end of the day, you never know. They could have been a one and only for the rest of our life, through, as the saying goes, husband and wife. But then again, to me, how I look at it, I feel strongly that we should be able to just love one another, because obviously, yes, we are created, as I said, in the image of God. Even though in the beginning, Adam was pretty much created from, the dirt. Pretty much Eve was actually counterfeited into pretty much being taken out of Adam's rib, sort of thing, and together they were joining in union in Eden, pretty much as a couple. But more on that piece later, based on that later. Love gets difficult, however, yet relationships are so hard, but when you give up at the beginning, or when it does seem to get hard in the middle, or wherever it may be in that part of the relationship, you'll lose or miss out on something beautiful and amazing in that relationship. If you did choose to walk away at that certain point of time, however, then this is not love. Pretty much, to me, I look at it as, with this, it's not love due to pretty much, it's just for our selfish act that we were just there for the hell ride, I wanted just to be there just to make this person feel happy, or I just want to be there just to fill my empty void that I just feel, empty and lonely. Whatever the case may be, we need to think clearly of what that other person may be feeling at the time as well, maybe. But this is a question I want to ask you before I end this. Why were you attracted to that particular person of your significant other, BF or GF or whatever title or label, in the first place? It's because you fell in love for who and what they really are, and what they are not. What they are, not to what you really want them to be, dressed up, as I said, in your expectation of mold. Well, that ends my topic for pretty much of accepting each other's differences based on relationships. Even though there's going to be more in the piece about relationships in this series, sort of thing, based on my Beauty from Ashes. So I hope you enjoyed this message, and pretty much I hope I'll see you all soon.